of Nigerians in Iran. On the foreign scene, United States reaches agreement with China to expedite rare earth shipment amid effort to end war trade. In sports, Super Eagles striker Taiwo Baruwa signs a 3-year contract extension with English Premier League club Nottingham Forest. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. The Lagos State government has called for greater collaboration between the real estate, tourism and hospitality sectors, emphasizing that compliance with existing laws remains a vital enabler for sustainable development and economic growth. Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awonyinka, made this call during her address at the 2025 annual conference of the Female Lawyers in Real Estate Practice, FELIREP. Benson Awonyinka, who was represented by the Executive Secretary of the Lagos State Film and Video Censors Board, Bukola Agbaminaja, noted that harmonizing policies across key sectors will unlock opportunities in hospitality-centric development, such as resorts and cultural tourism zones. She maintained that the Lagos State government is aligning real estate with tourism through major projects like the Lagos Waterfront Regeneration and Lekki Creative City, adding that compliance is not a bottleneck, but rather a catalyst for sustainable growth. In a robust effort to reinforce the delivery of primary healthcare services, the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Health District 5, Oladapo Ashinobi, has engaged the Local Government Health Authority, LGHAs, and Ward Health Committees, WHCs, across 4 local government areas and 6 local council development areas within the district's jurisdiction at the Amu Ward of Local Government Secretariat. The strategic engagement focused on strengthening the performance of primary healthcare centers, PHCs, in 8 LGAs and LCDAs, on the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, a direct facility funding to PHCs for the maintenance of the Lera Eco and National Health Insurance Scheme. Ashinobi explained that the government has already paid for these services and lamented that many eligible indigent are not accessing the benefit due to lack of awareness or inadequate mobilization. He tasked the LGAs and WHCs with the responsibility of mobilizing their communities to utilize PHC services, especially for immunization, maternal health, and chronic disease management, such as diabetes and hypertension. The Lagos State government, through the Office of Education Quality Assurance, OEQA, has inaugurated a 17-member committee tasked with drafting and implementing a comprehensive policy for non-state schools in the state. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony held at the OEQA headquarters in Alausa, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Abisola Dokumu Adegbite, said the initiative was in consonance with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's vision of leaving no child behind by providing equitable, high-quality education to all children, regardless of school type. Dokumu Adegbite said the committee is expected to produce a policy of world-class standard, urging members to prioritize both present and future needs while promoting educational quality. In his remarks, the coordinating director of OEQA, Remy Abdul, described the inauguration as a landmark step in the government's broader mission to transform the education sector. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has assured the public that Nigerians living in Iran remain safe despite recent security concerns in the Middle East. This reassurance came through the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, NIDCAM, and the Nigerian Embassy in Tehran. Chairman of NIDCAM, Abike Dabiri Erewa, reiterated the government's commitment to the safety and welfare of Nigerians abroad, saying there have been no reported cases of injuries or fatalities involving Nigerian citizens. Dabiri Erewa commended the Nigerian Embassy in Tehran for its swift response to the situation and called on Nigerians abroad to register with their embassies to enhance communication and ensure timely assistance when necessary. She said as part of its response, the Nigerian embassy was temporarily relocated to Armenia to maintain uninterrupted consular services. Meanwhile, Nigerian nationals in Iran have been advised to move to safer northern regions, including Shomal, Qom, and Gashmahar, which are designated as master points in case of evacuation. The federal government says over 100,000 petrol-powered vehicles have been converted to compressed natural gas (CNG) in the past year, stressing that it recorded significant progress in advancing the use of alternative fuel across the country. Program Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, said this at a sensitization workshop in Lagos. Oluwagbemi said that as the federal government ramped up effort to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal, the initiative had achieved a major success in the last year. According to him, the number of CNG-powered vehicles in the country had risen from less than 4,000 to nearly 100,000 in just over a year, adding that the program is part of a broader national strategy to reduce transport and food prices while improving household incomes. In foreign news now, the United States has reached an agreement with China on how to expedite rare earth shipments to the U.S. amid effort to end the trade war between the world's biggest economies. President Donald Trump earlier said the United States had signed a deal with China on Wednesday without providing additional details, and that there might be a separate deal coming up that would open up India. During U.S.-China trade talks in May in Geneva, Beijing committed to removing non-tariff countermeasures imposed against the United States since April 2, although it was unclear how some of those measures would be walked back. As part of its retaliation against new U.S. tariffs, China suspended exports of a wide range of critical materials and magnets, unpending the supply chain central to automakers, aerospace manufacturers, semiconductor companies, and military contractors around the world. While the agreement shows potential progress following months of trade uncertainty and disruption since Trump took office in January, it also underscores the long road ahead of a final definitive trade deal between the two economic rivals. In sport now, Nigerian striker Taiwo Baruwa has signed a new 3-year contract extension with Nottingham Forest, keeping him at the City Ground until 2028. The 26-year-old international's new deal finally ends speculation about his future following a turbulent 2024-2025 season that saw him struggle with injuries and lose his place in the starting 11. Baruwa expressed gratitude for the club's support during his recovery from a serious abdominal injury suffered during a match against Leicester City in May, which required emergency surgery and saw him placed in an induced coma. The striker described the contract extension as fresh motivation and said he is determined to give back to the club and fans who supported him through his medical ordeal. Baruwa joined Forest from Union Berlin in June 2022 for a then club record fee of 17 million euros, with his goals proving crucial in helping the club secure Premier League survival during their first season back in the top flight. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please always avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women resident in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has called for greater collaboration between the real estate, tourism and hospitality sectors, emphasizing that compliance with existing laws remains a vital enabler for sustainable development and economic growth. The federal government has assured the public that Nigerians living in Iran remain safe despite recent security concerns in the Middle East. We also told you that the United States has reached an agreement with China on how to expedite rare earth shipments to the U.S. amid effort to end a trade war between the world's biggest economies. Finally, in sport, Nigerian striker Taiwo Baruwa has signed a new 3-year contract extension with Nottingham Forest, keeping him at the City ground until 2028. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adisuwa Ejoyoka. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon and welcome to the return trip.